Okay, y'all. So, here's the final look. I didn't do a tutorial, but did it get ready with me? If you do want a tutorial on this look, I guess I could do a tutorial. It's not hard. It's something real basic that I do every time I do my makeup for real. The only thing that ever really changes is lashes. I change my lashes. I do different types of lashes. Whatever ones I grab or feel like wearing for the day is what I do. But I wanted to come back in and get like a belly shot. Because I am, what am I today? I'm 37. Okay. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I'm 37 weeks and 4 days. And I just want to get and I have that line. I forgot what it's called. Hopefully it fades once a couple months after I have one. But yeah, I just want to get the little belly shot and show you guys the final look. Hey YouTube! Today I'm gonna do just a good get ready with me. I haven't done one of these in a long time. I haven't done my makeup on YouTube in a long time. I already did my base, my primer, eyebrows, and foundation. And I would tell you guys what I use, but I'm in between shades right now, and my skin just, your skin does change a little bit when you're pregnant, so I'm just trying to finesse what I have. Like my neck, one thing I did get that I'm not a fan of about being pregnant, I got the pregnancy neck that some women get. Your neck gets darker, so none of my foundation matches up with my neck. So that's like irritating. So I'm just gonna start with putting on my highlight. And this is the Fenty concealer. And I'm in the shade 330. But this isn't a tutorial, so get ready with me. So I ain't gonna be telling y'all everything I'm using. If you got any questions about it, leave it in the comments, or I don't know. Just, yeah, that's the best place. Okay, but today's topic, as you can see by the title, is telling my parents I'm pregnant and how I found out I was pregnant. So boom. Alright, so boom. I was not feeling well for like a good 2 weeks. Like I was just feeling like my iron was low, because I am anemic and I've been sick before from just having really low iron at the time, and all the symptoms was matching up with like having low iron. Back to the story. I wish I had like a table in front of me, but I don't, so my stuff is like right to the side of me, so if I have to get up out of frame, sorry. But like I was saying, I wasn't feeling good for like 2 weeks. I wasn't feeling good for like 2 weeks, and I just thought it was my iron. But then I was at work one night. You know, I work third shift. So I was at work, and I was just, you know, doing my job, sitting there. And I had to go hurry up and run to the bathroom because I'd throw up. And I was like, that was what I ate that night or something. Like, I don't know what I thought. Being pregnant was not on my radar at all, okay? That's all I have to say on that for real. I was just not thinking that at all. But at the same time, my period hadn't came yet, and I did notice that, but because my period is never late, like it's never like that. So but even throwing up didn't like make me think, oh, I'm pregnant. Like, no. Because I was having symptoms. Like, I had cramping, like, my period about to start soon. So I was like, oh, it's about to start. It's just, I don't know, for some reason late this month. So, I threw up that one time, and then I threw up again that same night. And luckily, usually I work by myself. There's nobody there to, like, if I get sick, I just have to wait until I'm off. But that night, somebody from corporate was there. And she was staying with me the whole night because I had to do some training that night on some new stuff they wanted me to know. And I had already finished my training. And she seen that I wasn't feeling good. And she was like, if you want to go clock out early and go home, you can. And usually I'm on that. I'm like, no, I'm about to get my, my full hours in. But, yeah, I was not feeling good. I was not feeling good that night. So I'm like, shoot. Let me just take you up on that offer. I work 11 to 7. 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. So I left around like 3 a.m. Clocked out like around 3 a.m. Yeah. Instead of going home, I went to the ER because with the thing with my iron, I never throw up when I'm not feeling good for my iron. Like when my iron is low or something, it's never me throwing up. That was a weird symptom that came. So I was like, maybe I'm sick or something, because I was also sick, feeling real sick too. Like maybe my iron is real low. I thought that they were just gonna hook me up to an IV. I was gonna go home and I was gonna be that, the normal when I go to the ER for about my iron. That's what they normally do. They hook me up to IV, put a couple like 2 bags of the what is it? I don't know what it's called, but like hook me up with 2 bags and I go home and I'm feeling like cool the next day. That's what I thought they was finna do. But no. I'm in there feeling sick. Told the nurse what I was going through. And they take some blood, to see my iron levels, hemoglobin. And then another nurse comes in not too long after and has me take a pregnancy test. She's like, have you taken a pregnancy test? Do you think you could be pregnant? And even though my period still hadn't come, when she asked me that, I was not, no, bro. I said no. No, there's no reason, there's no need to take a pregnancy test. This is just iron. Y'all are really tweaking, thinking I need to do all that. And she was like, I'm gonna still have you take a pregnancy test just in case. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. Take the test. And she comes back probably like 15-20 minutes later. She's like, yeah, your iron is pretty low, but it's not like you need a blood transfusion or anything. I would just take some vitamins to have iron in. I'm going to prescribe you some iron pills. And hopefully that'll get it up. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then she's like, but for the pregnancy test, it did come back positive. And I was like, what? I told her to shut up. I know I did. I said, shut up. You playing with me right now, right? She's like, no, it came back positive, man. This is beyond me. Like, I was so shocked, y'all. Like, I know my period was like a little bit late, but it wasn't. I was having symptoms of like how my body acts when my period's about to start. Like, I get cramps like a couple days before it starts. I was cramping. The only thing that was out of the normal was the throwing up at work. And I was like, wow. Wow. I was in disbelief. She said, so I'm going to prescribe you prenatal pills and some nausea pills. And I would suggest that you book an appointment with the OBGYN as soon as possible to really see how far along you are. Because when I was there, she said the estimate of 6 weeks. But when I went to my actual appointment the next week, after I had found out, I was really 8 weeks, I think. Can't remember. I think it was 8 weeks. But I definitely was further along than 6 weeks. Which is another thing with these laws that they trying to do with the abortion stuff. Like, women don't even be finding out at 6 weeks sometimes. Like, they be finding out after that. So that's kind of crazy. It is not kind of crazy. It is crazy. that the law is saying they want you to know that. Like, what? But back to my story. So I'm in shock. I don't know what to do. I'm like, what the hell? I don't know. Like, I'm pregnant. What? And I know immediately who is bi, because I've only been with that person consistently for almost I don't know, like a whole year. Like the whole time, that was the only person I was sexually active with, basically. So I'm just like, damn. Because this nigga does not even live in Columbus. So I was like, damn. I don't know what to do. That was so scary, y'all. And I didn't know how to tell my parents either. That was the next thing. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, camera wanted to die on me. Perfect. But as I was saying, yeah, the first person to find out about me being pregnant was my little brother. He had this air freshener in his room. That's another thing that was odd to me. Like, I'm always sensitive to scents, but this air freshener was so strong. The smell of it was like literally making me nauseous to the point where I feel like I gotta throw up every time I smelled it. And whenever he had the door open to his bedroom, I could smell this air freshener. And the only thing I kept asking him was, bro, keep the door closed, please. Just keep your door closed, please. Because it's literally making me sick, the smell of that air freshener. The little plug-in wall thing. And this nigga was up, because mind you, I'm up. This is early in the morning. I get home from the ER like around 4 or 5. My brother has to be at the bus stop by 6:30. So he's up getting ready. He's in the shower. And while he's in the shower, he left his door open. So I get mad instantly, because one, I'm already in shock about the news I just got. And the fact that your door is open and I've been asking you to keep that fucking door shut, it just made me mad. I bang on the door and I'm like, did I tell you about this door? This and that. Going off basically. And he's like, why don't you just shut it then? So I shut it. And that was that. And then he gets out the shower. He's getting ready for school still. And he did it again, like in the process of him getting ready. I get it, you're not thinking about it. But, bro, it was driving me nuts, the smell. Because I was in here watching the news. Because I was just in here just distraught. And I was in the living room. I'm saying in here like y'all know where I'm at. I'm in the living room. And my mom had came out of her room because she heard that I was home. And, you know, I get off at 7, so I don't usually get home till like 7:30, 7:45-ish. So she came out here, and she knew I had been sick, and then she had threatened me that night, and she was like, if you don't go to the ER and find out what's wrong with you, I'm taking you tomorrow. So I told her I went, and she was like, oh, okay, so, what they tell you? I was too scared to tell her in that moment, so I was just like, damn, I got this powder all over me. But I was too scared to tell her. And I was just like, yeah, they said my iron was low. She was like, oh, okay, that's it. And I'm like, yeah. So, after that, she just went back to her room. And I'm out here just losing my mind. The whole air freshener thing happened again. This nigga was just being negligent. So, I run in there, unplug it, and about to throw it in the trash. He chases me into the kitchen where the trash can's at. He's like, don't throw away my stuff. Da, 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 da. And I basically told him right then and there, look, I just found out at the ER, you don't know what I've been through this morning. I don't need to be freaking fighting with you about a damn air freshener. And he was in shock, like, what? You're pregnant? I'm like, yeah, nigga, so leave me alone. Like, that's how he found out. Just getting on my nerves, basically, is how he found out. So, I didn't want him to find out that way, but damn, I had to. I'm not about to be going back and forth with you when I'm dealing with this. Like, nah, it's not how that's gonna go. So, fast forward to telling my mom, my bright idea This is kind of grimy. It is grimy. I'm not even about to act like it's not. My idea was to take her to church and then tell her after church was the goal. And it was crazy because we get to church, right? And the first thing they do is a baby dedication, like the baby christening type thing. Like the first thing they do after the choir sings is what they opened up with. I'm like, really? Because that's not something they do every week. Like, of course, the week we come, they do the baby dedication. It's the first thing. And then church is over. She's all excited that we went. I'm feeling shitty. And then, but at the same time, I'm feeling good too that I went to church. Like, I had more clarification on, a little bit more clarification on how I was feeling. And stuff happening for a reason and all that. So, that was where my headspace was. We stopped at UDF to get some gas. And my brother's sitting in the passenger because he already knew, like I told y'all. And I told him to sit in the passenger because I don't want her sitting in the passenger when I tell her. I don't know what she capable of. My mom wouldn't hit me. I don't know shit. I don't know how her reaction would be. So, I didn't want her near me. So, she was sitting in the back and I was driving. We drove my car that day. So, yeah. We stopped to get some gas. We came back. And on the way back home is when I told her. Her reaction wasn't yelling or nothing. It was more like shock, but at the same time she said she knew already. Because she said I was looking pudgy and I was eating a lot more. After she says, I don't know if she really knew or not. The next big thing was like, how are you going to tell your dad? I'm just like, oh damn. Everybody was scared to tell him. Everybody. My brother and my mom. The only other people that knew was like 2 of my friends. And of course the father of my baby knew. Well, I didn't know how to tell my dad. My mom was trying to get me to tell him when he got home from church. Well, Kingdom Hall. My dad's a Jehovah's Witness if y'all don't know that. I can do story times on that. It was a wild childhood with 2 people, 2 parents with different religions. But yeah, she wanted me to tell him that day, and I was like, I just can't. And she was like, not trying to talk to me. She told me to go to my room. Then she came talk to me later. Like, she was so emotional. My mom was crying for like all week. And like, we didn't tell him right away because we just couldn't figure it out. Fast forward to telling him, I think I told him a whole week later. Like, that's how long it took me to muster up what to do. I wrote him a letter. And like I said, I work 3rd shift. So, before I went into work, I'll leave the house like around 10:30 before I go into work. So, before I go into work, the letter that I had wrote, I just like put it on his driver's seat in his car. And my dad works 1st shift. So when I get home from work at around 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m., 7:45, he's not home. He's already at work. So my plan was, I'm gonna put it in before I go to work. And this is back in October. I found out I was pregnant October 25th. Birthday's on the 22nd of October. So I found out 3 days later that I was pregnant. It's crazy. And my birthday, I didn't even do nothing for my birthday because I wasn't feeling good. Like, I just stayed home. I got my hair done, my lashes done for my birthday, and then that's it. I just stayed home. And I had a bottle, I didn't even drink it. Like, I was turning down drinks. I went to Cleveland with my friends. We went to this fashion event, and I was offered drinks. I went out to eat with people out in Cleveland, some girls I met. And I didn't get a drink then. I had water. Like, I was just turning down drinks without even knowing I'm pregnant. I just didn't want no drink. I hadn't been feeling good. I was feeling weak. And alcohol, smoking weed, all that. That just makes me feel even weaker with my iron low. So I was turning down all that type of stuff. It's crazy. Crazy, because it's like my body knew before, I don't know how to describe it. Like, my body knew before I knew. My dog knew before I knew. He's being more, like, way more protective of me. When like people would come to the door and deliver Uber Eats or something, he would like growl and show his teeth. He don't ever do that. Like, it was really crazy. But yeah, back to my dad. Telling my dad. And the next day, I knew I know what time he get home and everything. And my mama knew. So we left before he even got home. to we just went out shopping and stuff, looking around, discussing about what I'm gonna do and all that. Then we came home. And usually my dad's a hothead. Like, he's the type to pop off and like, yeah, the person that had the crazy reaction was my dad. In the calmest way. I'm thinking, bro, he gonna cuss me out. I'm gonna be on the streets. I'm gonna be out here struggling. I ain't gonna have no family. I'm gonna be disowned. But that's the story. And if any people that's watching this, like any girls, if you're younger than me or something, and you're looking for like advice on how to tell your parents or something, I'm not the best person because I'm 22. Like, I'm grown, basically. So there wasn't much they was gonna do anyways when I really think about it. Like, what really could happen? But that's not how I was thinking when I first found out. I was just in a panic, like, completely. I didn't know what the heck to do. But there is any younger girls watching this, and I know that those videos are really popular on YouTube, which is kind of crazy, but it is. People hiding their pregnancies for 9 months. I've seen crazy videos on here, different story times. But I mean, it happened. You might as well just tell them. Like, all that tiptoeing ain't gonna do nothing but stress you out, stress your baby out, all that. So the sooner you tell them, the sooner you could probably get help, you know. Cause another thing, when I found out, I tried to, you know, before I told my mom, I tried to be like, book my own appointment at this doctor, and then they called me and they're like, your copay is $250. I was just like, bro, I can't. I'm not today. Payday, I can come. I can reschedule for payday and come in and pay the $250 for the copay. But then when I told my mom about it, finally told her, I was able to cancel that appointment and just go to her, go to the doctor that she recommended, and there was no copay. It was covered by my insurance. But I wouldn't have known that if I didn't tell my mom. So if you tell your mom, she'll probably be able to help you, or whoever your caretaker is, mom, grandma, auntie, somebody you trust will probably be able to help you better than you sitting out here stressing yourself out because you don't know what to do. So that's my recommendation. Parents are here to help.
Fine, anyways, you might as well tell them if you got understanding parents.
Yeah, that's another thing, bro. If you got some crazy parents that you know they gonna finna go down, right? I don't know. I would tell like the next family member that can help you. Like, tell them. Like, the next person I would have told would have been my aunt. I would have told my aunt if I was too scared to tell my parents. But this is a whole nother thing. I felt like I had to tell them. Actually, the whole family didn't even find out until later. Like, my family didn't know. The rest of my family didn't know until Thanksgiving. My aunt found out. My dad told my aunt. And then I had posted a little ultrasound thing on my Instagram story, so one of my cousins seen it. So yeah, people was finding out slowly. It wasn't a thing that the whole family knew. Like, that's a whole nother thing. It just depends on how your family is. So I don't know about my advice telling y'all. You just gotta know who you dealing with. Cause I don't want to just give y'all advice like, yeah, tell them, and then you end up on the streets. Like, I don't know. That's why I don't like giving advice like that. But my thing is, they're gonna have to know eventually. So I don't know. The whole idea of like hiding your pregnancy, I don't know. If you don't get big, then that's rare that you're not gonna show. So they're gonna know eventually, whether you tell them or not.